Hello and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your host, Inez and Chiquita. Keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered.
Welcome.
What up, lady? What's going on?
How are you?
Good. Look, I'm good. How are you? Like, I'm loving this like new Afrocentric, kind of look you got going on. Was it Black Panther that got you on this?
Wakanda forever.
Got you on this forever?
Yes. Listen,
girl,
that Lupita girl.
I'm not mad at you.
Got to do it.
I know. I feel you.
Got to represent.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm very, very, very excited today. After
today and every day.
Yes, every day. After watching, Black Panther and everything.
Absolutely.
And,
took it to a whole other level.
yeah.
I was already proud. Now it's even more. Like,
I know. It's been
what can you
insane.
say?
So, it's all about that and about empowerment and, brotherhood and sisterhood. And so
Yes.
I'm really excited for today because we have some special guests in.
Yes, we do. Why don't you go ahead and introduce who we have in the studio with us?
The one and only host of the fabulous The Mean Network, Mr. Brian Rivers, Mr. John. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for the intro.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you guys?
I'm feeling good. It's been about time, so we can get on the show. I know we had to reschedule earlier in the month.
Yes, yeah,
But
which is
thanks for having
understandable.
us.
Yes, no, thank you guys for coming on.
It's a little early.
Yeah,
it's just
yes, it's a little early.
but
Yes.
it's,
But it's
early.
never too early for some Moscato, though. So let's get this party
Okay.
started.
Pop the okay.
there's no pop.
There's no pop, but
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah, sometimes
That's
depending.
okay.
Depending.
Yeah.
also want to add that I like the Afrocentric look you got going
Yes,
on, Chiquita.
thank you. Thank
All right,
you.
Our
Yes.
last podcast, I said that you can't talk to me the same way you talked to me in January
Yeah.
and February after watching Black Panther. And
I know,
it's Black
I
History
know.
Month.
I know.
I
Yeah, I
had-
know.
you
She's
know.
like, no. She took it. That's why I said, I'm like, go ahead with your bad self.
to
I'm
come
not
I
even
should have
correct.
worn
mad
my
at you.
dashiki. That's why I should have.
Yes, I did see your photo with the dashiki. I appreciate that. I loved it. I had to call him and be like, what is going on? So, no, it was fabulous. But thank you so much again for being here. So let's just get started. Let's just get in it. Tell me and all of our listeners about the Mean Network.
Let's start.
The Mean Net. I feel like I'm starting off the show.
Okay.
The Mean Network is a podcast about average people who strive to do above average things, and we just talk about everyday issues. We started 2 years ago,
Yeah, about 2 years already.
towards the end of October 2000. No, towards the end of 2015. And I was writing blogs for this company called like Art Is My Drugs. They were a little crappy, but I was starting somewhere. And
You were doing it.
yeah, Brian hit me up and he was like, yo, how long have you been doing that? And he basically, I told him what I wanted to do, but I wanted to just do like blogs. And then he was like, well, have you thought about a podcast? And then,
It just blew up.
Yeah,
Because
well-
I see the videos. I listen to the show. You guys are everywhere.
Trying to be. Like, I started off, I went to Cal State Northridge, and I studied journalism. So from there, I started to fall in love with, interviewing and, just the media side of things. But then I quickly realized that I didn't want to do broadcast where I started, and then I moved to public relations. But then towards about the middle of my college years, I started listening to podcasts. And I saw what John was doing, so I reached out to him, and we just kind of linked up. Because we all went to high school together,
Yeah.
and kind of went our separate ways for a while, and then linked back up after college.
to drummer school.
Okay. That's
That's where you guys' degree from.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Got my
So,
degree for life.
what makes someone an above average person? How do you choose that person?
For me, it's just someone who is continuing to strive to have their own business or just kind of put their focus into something where it's like they're not settling, if you will. If it's for having your own waxing business, if it's owning your own tanning salon, whatever it is, you're just striving to work towards your goals and your dreams, as opposed to just settling and just choosing whatever job. It's whatever means something to you.
Yeah.
I don't like hearing people talk about this job has a good retirement plan.
Yeah. Man.
Taking a risk. So you guys look for people who are like kind of taking a risk and following dreams and doing more than just trying to get money or get a check and being inspired. So it's more finding someone who's inspiring and can inspire others in what they're doing.
Definitely.
So when you're searching for someone, how do you go about, like, how do you find these above average people who are doing these kinds of things?
So most of the people that we already have is people that we know. We like to support, as the hashtag say, support the homies, as they say. So we reach out to people that we know, people who are pretty much in their community doing things, whether it's podcasts or, like I mentioned earlier, just different jobs.
Right.
And that's people that we've been gravitating towards. And then when I say, you know, the people that we look for, you don't have to have your own business. That's not the case.
Right.
It's just people who are trying to, you know, put their best foot forward and, you know, also help
People
others
wanna
whatever they
grow.
offer. Yeah.
Right. So, like, let's say if I knew somebody who was above average, would I reach out to you? And how could I reach out to you or like nominate somebody? How could we, you know, besides that? Because you know, people are going to listen. They might go, oh, you know, I know somebody who's above average that is doing something for the community or doing whatever. I would like to nominate that. How do you? Is there a way to be, you know, someone can contact you, nominate? Do you go through like a how do you call it, screening process, application? How does it go?
We send an investigator out.
Yeah, right. Like,
Make
are you
sure they're
legit?
really-
Yeah. Like, how does it go?
No, we're always taking suggestions. Like, if you know someone who's doing something and it's positive and it's them striving to help other people, we always want to try to shine a light on people who are doing that. So you just shoot us an email. Got Brian's number. You'll have my number or contact after this. And, yeah, we always want to shed a light on people.
Also, just DM us, like, especially
Yeah.
on Instagram. That's probably, like, one of the best ways to do it is to DM us if you don't have, like, our contact information. We read them.
But make sure they really doing it, though.
Yeah, no, for
exactly.
sure. I
We
mean,
will
no,
remove that
exactly.
post.
Yeah,
and your
Flagging
ex-name
myself.
because
Yes.
you're not
you ain't doing it.
right.
What has been like the most, I don't want to say controversial, but you've received the most, like, you know, backlash,
Backlash
or, you
on
know,
like on a
from,
topic or something?
yeah, on the topic from your show.
Usually it's John that gets the backlash.
Oh.
If you listen to the episodes.
Okay.
He has some of the more he has more hot takes than
Yeah.
others.
I'm all
Okay.
about truth.
Yeah. Okay.
So what was it?
It's too. We were talking about transgenders
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not really okay with the whole movement. I mean, not like that. Like,
Explain
Okay.
yourself.
Yeah,
You
here
wanna
we
get- Explain
Oh,
yourself.
already got it.
Here we
Real
go.
quick.
Explain yourself.
I'm not. I have no issue with an individual who's a transgender, but the movement in itself, it gets to a point where it's like, okay, now you're trying to impose on my freedom of speech and trying to force me to. I don't know if you guys know about like the whole pronoun situation.
No.
Okay, well, with this new transgender movement, it's like you can't say, "Oh, she looks nice," because she might be a unicorn, and that's what they want to be addressed by.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so it's like now you're forcing me
Yeah.
to adapt new words to my language to accommodate you.
Yeah.
and I don't agree with that.
Okay.
The movement's a little irritating.
So you see why he
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
he
I
gets
can see.
I can
Yeah,
see.
I
It's
can see.
controversial,
I mean,
you know?
yes, absolutely.
I digress.
But at the end of the day, that's what makes your podcast who you guys are and interesting. And we're allowed, you know, as I always say, we're allowed to express ourselves and say whatever. It might not always sit well with everybody, but
Yes.
it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah,
we have
definitely.
number 45 who says whatever the hell he wants to
Exactly.
say and does whatever he wants to say. And, you know, it is an issue, but at the end of the day, it's also teaching us that we are, you know, we just got to, there's lines, you know,
Definitely.
Yeah.
there's lines, but that's also awesome. And then on your podcast, so as men who, you know, do young, fun-looking black men here, okay, ladies,
Thank
you
you,
know,
thank you.
but
Thank you.
who do these kinds of things. Do you also talk about, like, what else are your topics? Do you talk about relationships? Like, do you talk about dating? Do you talk about, you know, what's going on in the community? Like, what is, like, you like pretty much your key focus in, like, are you just pretty much whatever's on the table you just kind of talk about? Because I know Chiquita and I pretty much whatever on the table, because basically when you're in a wax room and you're waxing,
We talk about
We
everything.
talk,
Whatever.
you
Yeah.
talk about whatever. It's pretty much, like I always tell people, I've seen it all, heard it all, nothing shocks me. So, you know,
Yeah.
in that kind of sense.
That reminds me of like conversations people have like in the barbershop. And
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
it's
Once we
very
come back-
much.
Yes,
It's very much a
exactly.
barbershop mentality, except it's just one-on-one.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
not a whole bunch of people, because I don't think
Yeah.
my clients would really like a whole bunch of people around
Yeah.
while I'm doing
No,
my bit,
exactly.
you know, doing stuff.
Yeah, one of our biggest things is that we never wanted to put ourselves in a box when it comes to topics. We wanted just whatever comes to the table, whatever is in the media, whatever it is to capture our eyes, to be able to talk about it. Because once you put yourself in a box, sometimes that's great for certain podcasts. There are some niche podcasts that really take off. Like we have a friend called her name is Chris Bartolucci. She has a podcast called Analog Talk, which is about cameras and stuff. And that's a niche audience, and hers is taking off and it's great. So for us, it can be from transgenders, it can be relationships, it can be sports, whatever it is, whatever captures our minds at the time. Cryptocurrency, we had a recent episode about that. And gentrification, that one kind of took off as well.
Okay.
So just whatever's on the table that we feel like talking about, because, you know, when you're an average person, you have all these different media outlets to look at and things on the table that you can, you know, turn your eyes towards. So we don't want to box ourselves in.
That's true. Yeah. How often do you guys tend to like have guests come in?
We haven't really been having guests
You haven't just
too much. Last year we were heavy with the guest, and then it kind of got us away from our focus of what we wanted to do, just like be informative while we're having a good time and we're trying to show people how to be like above average. So now we don't really have too many guests, but we'll probably get back into it. It has to be the right guest. We're doing it for the wrong reasons.
That's true. Completely
I don't
true.
even care about what you're talking about.
No, seriously.
How do you guys do it with guests?
It's mostly kind of like if we know people or people like kind of who are doing really great things in the community, we want to bring them in.
Y'all ever reach out, like hop in some DMs?
We've done that a couple times. We've actually met a lot of cool people, and we actually have somebody going to be coming in around like June, and she's actually doing some extraordinary things in the community with helping kids, high school kids go to college and stuff, and like she's built a whole, network around that.
So, I mean, it was kind of like we'll get whoever we feel is doing something positive and trying to expose and getting another platform for their business. Because as a business owner myself, it's very difficult sometimes to be able to get that platform to speak about or to say anything. And so what we also, it's basically, I said, it's anything that's you talk about like in a hair salon, wax room, whatever. We talk about everything. We talk about our community. We talk about what's, dating, everything that's possible we talk about. So we try to focus in on, let's have somebody who's doing something in the community. Oh, let's have somebody who's talk about beauty. Oh, let's have somebody who talk, a writer. So it also encompasses what I do and encompasses what Chiquita does. So it's just kind of one of those things. So we're like, gentlemen who are doing something and have a podcast, let's share podcasts and kind of build up each other's podcasts and talk about, because I think sometimes, I know we have male listeners that might want to hear a male point of view or perspective and have, okay, let me hear what they got going on. You may have some female listeners that'll be like, oh, they got some females like listen. So it's all about just pretty much building each other up in the community and where we live at and making our lives and everybody else a little better and, in these times.
Yeah,
we try to have a roundtable discussion at the end of every month for our podcast. So like people will come in, we have like a small audience or so, and we'll have a topic and everyone is able to chip in and stuff. I feel like you guys would be good at that too.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. We'll have to come in.
got some strong opinions.
We do.
Yes,
it's one of those things that we just kind of, started and it just kind of rolling. We're still kind of figuring out. We're like in a whirlwind right now.
No, you guys are dope. I've been listening.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
That's how it is, though. You figure it out as you go.
Yeah, something we're
Things
figuring
fall
out.
into place.
Yeah, kind of falling into place, and we're kind of doing everything. Everybody's always like, "Oh, did you like go to journalism?" I was like, "No, honey, it's just been how many clients, people I've seen in a room." And you got to talk to, and how many different types of people you got to talk to and deal with. And in a 30 minutes and an hour span, you just learn how to communicate and ask questions.
Definitely.
You have to adapt to it.
I'm a big advocate for you not needing school.
Hence the drum degree.
Okay,
there you go.
Okay, you gonna play a beat for us?
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha.
Seriously,
you're gonna air drum like okay.
Yeah. Well, let me throw a topic out there for you guys, and we can get it kind of started a little early. What do you guys think about the march on March 24th with the kids with Parkland, the shooting? What do you guys think about that? The kids going up to Congress and protesting and everything that's going on, and how the NRA and all that controversy. What do you think about that?
I disagree with it.
Okay.
I don't like it. It's not about the guns. It's about everything prior to the gun. It's the legislation. There's legislation in place to prevent actions like this, because if anyone goes back and looks at Nicholas Cruz's track record, I think I said this or talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
During the past 7 years, cops have been called to his house around 39 times. He went on Snapchat in 2016 and he was cutting his wrist. Child Protective Services were called out and they rejected to take him in. Like all of these were like barriers that were put in place. And most people who do shootings like this, they kill animals while they're young. Like they always show signs. And the FBI chose to ignore it. So.
Okay.
It's interesting. Yeah, no, it's interesting. You know what? At the end of the day, that is true. I think we always know that there's something going on. But I do think if there was maybe a little bit more stricter, he might have not been able to access that as quickly, and it might have triggered red flags like, yo, we've seen this guy. He's been hey. I think there's got to be a compromise. Nobody's saying take away guns. I mean, ideally, we would love whatever. We live in a world where that is not acceptable. It's just monitoring. I mean, here's my problem with it all. We're quick, in my opinion, quick to accuse the black man, any other man, anything else, and kill him, do whatever is. Here we have a situation where we know and nothing is being done. Now, the problem also is, like they're always saying, oh, we want to build a wall. We want to do all this other stupidness that has nothing to do with the problems we have right here, right now. And again, this is all about manipulation and control. I think it's all about money. Children's lives don't mean shit anymore. At the end of the day, let me tell you why it's such a big uproar now. Because now too many white kids are getting killed. Because in our communities, we've been dying forever. Nobody's said anything. It's a problem. They need a fix. But now that all these white kids are being killed, and now they're not safe in their schools and their environments where we've always been in, we've known, not been safe in our own environment, now it's a problem. So here's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if it's going to change something somewhere and trickle down, then I'm okay with it. But if it's not going to do anything at all, sometimes, like I said, they don't hear us, but they'll listen 90% of the time, they'll listen to their own kind. That, it is what it is. Even in our own community, sometimes we ain't trying to listen to nobody from the outside, but we got somebody on the inside who understands what we're dealing with. More than likely, we're going to listen to what they're saying and change the fact because maybe, hey, he relates or she relates to what I'm going through.
So their main goal is to get stricter gun laws?
What they want to do is stricter gun laws, so that way kids or people who have these types of signs and have been known for illnesses or mental illness or have wanting to, they cannot access a gun so easily. The problem that, it's harder to buy liquor in this country than it is to buy a gun. Yeah. You can't even go to a club with a fake ID or do anything else, but you can go in and go buy a gun. You can buy an AK. You could do anything and go ahead and nobody's questioning you what you're doing.
Even when he bought his gun, it's like they couldn't look into his. I'm sure they do a
bought
background
multiple
check.
guns.
It's like they don't see all those costs to his house, all that good stuff.
They don't.
Blind eye to it.
He was never officially in one of those.
Yes, in those systems. So that's
yeah.
what they're trying to do is change, not take away. It's just change it so people that have issues can't go in and just easily buy. And if you're buying multiple guns, why are you buying like 15 AK?
Where did he get that money from?
Yeah,
his mom.
His family.
Yeah,
his
he
family.
Ubered up
His
to the
family.
school too.
Yeah,
he Ubered up to the school. I'm like,
look, dude, and he
Ubered.
Funny,
But
did the Uber driver not like? He's like,
but then again, he probably had like in a bag. So like, I used to drive for Lyft. I'm about to be like, what's in your bag? I'm like, get out my car.
Yeah, that's true.
You shoot me out. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm trying to get where you gotta go.
Yeah, I just need to get my money. Like, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God. Okay. Yeah. Let's change.
Go ahead, Shakira, you got it.
Oh my God. I know one thing that we tend to do on our show is kind of have our guests talk about, who they love to support as far as in the community, any charities or anything like that. I know myself, I do a lot with Donors Choose. Who do you guys love to support, or any local leader in your community?
Well, I'll be honest. We haven't really donated to any charities or anything like that.
I mean, not even donate, but just supporting somebody. It doesn't have to be a donation, but speak.
We like supporting our above average person. We
That's
like
it.
supporting whoever's doing something.
Yeah.
We've been supporting the homies big time.
Yeah.
That's been our main
That's
thing.
what we got. We support the
We
homies.
recently had an episode about what is marriage to you and love. We have the homie Phil Burgundy on, and
Okay.
he's doing things with spoken word and whatnot. So we just support the homies in their
stuff like
endeavors.
that.
Okay.
But we are looking for some
Yeah.
charities.
Okay.
But we had our lead blogger send us some stuff that we didn't follow through on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
At the
That's
end of
great.
she's a unique in her way. I'm like, girl, why you gotta put everybody on blog like that?
Listen, I'm just saying.
Hey, we're not afraid to say it.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
done.
yeah,
We
that's
done it.
okay. That's cool.
I don't have no money
That's
to give
okay.
to charity. You're ready to give me some goddamn money.
Y'all a mess. Well, you know what time it is. We got to get ready for
What?
tea time.
It's
Get
tea.
it.
I prefer peach flavored tea, so if you got that, I'll take it. Peach tranquility at Starbucks is amazing.
okay.
Y'all a mess. Well, it's called tea time because we're going to do rapid fire questions.
Okay.
And, you know, you guys can, whoever wants to go first or whatever, it's up to you. But it's quick couple questions, not too tragic for you. Well, I don't know about Inez, but mine are calm and tame. First question. Who is your favorite president, dead or alive?
I don't have one.
My favorite president.
I don't like.
I mean, I'm
presidents.
not huge into politics.
God.
I mean, I'm just gonna say Obama because he was half black in his Black History Month.
I,
I want to go back to Wakanda. So
I was not a Obama fan.
He didn't like Obama.
We're going to have to have John back another day.
Dude, John is like
He is
on one.
lit.
I love it. Okay.
Lit. Okay. Favorite guilty pleasure?
For me, that's kind of low key.
Got
I
him
ain't gonna
stumped.
lie. Nah, I'm not stumped. For me, it's probably like video games. I still play
Okay,
video games.
okay.
That's a guilty pleasure.
fine.
What about you?
Man, I'm just eating Mexican candy.
From the gas station.
Oh my God. Okay. Worst habit?
Worst habit.
I guess talking shit.
Okay.
I'll say sometimes procrastination.
Okay.
Like, you know, when you
Yeah.
have something you need to do, it's like, I'm sitting here not doing it when I should be doing A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but
No,
sometimes.
I hear you.
That's a bad habit.
And that's what you got for him.
Okay, so
She do everything off the dome.
no, yeah,
Freestyle.
yeah,
Off the
freestyle.
hip.
Boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
So what's the difference between briefs and boxer briefs?
I think it's kind
It's not the
of
same,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
the boxer briefs is like you got a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Okay, because this
So
is
you
like
got
the briefs, like the
tiny
little
whitey-
like
yeah,
Speedos.
Yeah.
Yeah, little tidy whities,
Hey, my man.
and then the boxers. You
No,
know,
no. It's way too much space in boxes.
I
no
know
security.
I don't do boxers. I do boxer briefs because boxers are roll up and then you got to wedge it in your
well,
ass.
no
Yeah.
one's wearing like Captain Underpants underwear.
Oh my God.
Okay, see, boxers are.
I don't rock
Okay.
on Speedo.
You-
That's a brief. All right.
okay, you got male grooming, to wax or not to wax, shaving, not shaving, waxing. What is it? Do y'all clean? Do y'all maintain?
All right, so check this out. So you
The
about to
ladies
have-
want to know.
So you going out on a date or a little extravaganza, and you know that you might get some tail. Go ahead and wax the thing down. She gonna throw it back, wax it all off.
Just say might get some ass.
All right, so my thing is, it comes as is.
Oh
You
Lord!
do whatever you do. You do whatever you got to do prior. Don't mean I don't smell good. But
Oh
it
my
comes
God.
As is.
Okay,
Wow.
what about vice versa?
That's not okay.
You see? You see?
Yes, double
We're
standard.
definitely
Double
gonna have
standard.
to
It
have
is
you
what it
back.
is.
Yeah, you-
on a
you-
debate here because
yes.
this is not
Yes.
not okay.
Yes,
Double
it's
standard.
not.
You
All right,
like
well
double
now,
hardwood
standard.
yeah,
floors.
total double standard. And here, favorite superhero and why?
Favorite superhero. I see. I felt obligated.
Don't be biased.
No, be game. Listen, I felt obligated to say Black Panther, but his actual power is, I'm not about to be running around scratching people. that's out. So I'm gonna go with. I fucks with Iron Man. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
He uses a suit. It's not really a superpower.
Whatever.
I'm gonna say Batman. He's mad relatable.
Okay.
Wait, I mean,
That's
I'm
a
not.
suit too, Rich.
I'm not rich. No, it's his mind.
Iron Man made the suit. That's his mind too.
All right, let's move.
And they
on.
both rich.
Okay.
I can fly. You can't.
Oh my God. All right, gentlemen, we want to. I don't even know.
Nothing really stumps me.
No, but
These two, I can't. I'm like
Hey, man.
cracking up.
Yes,
here. Okay.
it's too much. Well, tell our listeners, where can they find the Mean Network?
You can find the Mean Podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. Type in the Mean Podcast. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well at the Mean Network. What else? Our website, meannetwork.com. You can catch our blogs, subscribe to our website so you can see all of our latest content. And yeah, that's pretty much the hub, themeannetwork.com. So you find everything from there.
All right.
Perfect.
Awesome. So we're definitely going to have to do this again, but we're going to have to do a he said, she said and figure it out because this right here,
this is a lot.
You right now. I already see debate.
We're going to need more than one bottle.
Okay? Debate. But anyways, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you guys.
And you guys, please, please, please go ahead and check out the Mean Network. Check out their podcast. You know, if you you can find their information on our website, on our Instagram, on our Facebook.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yeah, you can follow us at MoscatoandTea.com, on Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, all iTunes, SoundCloud. We're all there. So once again, guys, thank you so much for coming in, for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Right on time.
Right.
And you're fired.
Now, you punctual. Don't hide your punctualness.
So
You straight.
No, bye.
We're done.
You're done.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Till
I
next
appreciate
time.
it.
Yes,
Bye,
bye.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun.
That's it.
Check us out on MoscatoandTea.com. Subscribe on iTunes. Follow us on social media. See you next time.